Hey everybody, this is day 3 of Christy's Beautiful Life, 30 days of sketches, and as you just saw there, today is my sketch. I just did a very simple sketch with that vertical stripe and then a few horizontal stripes and a couple of photos, just supposed to be a really simple, easy sketch. I am using Simple Stories Here and There collection. This is just a really fun travel collection. I love all the colors in it. They're kind of muted, so you don't have those really bold brights, and I'm kind of into that at the moment. I go back and forth. Sometimes I like really bold stuff, and sometimes I just like it a little bit more muted. So I went ahead with the more muted colors this time. I did my big stripe out of that one with all of like kind of the travel stamps, and I'm just drawing a couple lines on the page to show my outer bits, because in the sketch I showed a bunch of little like tucked flowers bordering the strip, but I'm in a little bit of a mixed media kick, so I decided to use a bit of this marigold stencil butter. I held it up to the screen just a minute ago so you could see the brand name of it. I did get this one through a Cherry on Top collection kit one time when I ordered through them, so I do know that I did get that there. And this stuff really was like butter. Sometimes they call it butter, but it's kind of thicker, more like a clay texture. But this one really was very, very smooth and very, very easy to put on. And it has kind of like this, a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. Is a really pretty and shiny. You can see there. That's what it looks like in person. So it's just really pretty and shiny. I really like this stuff a lot. I'm going to go along with this Tim Holtz stencil I have. It looks like a brick pattern. And I didn't really have a reason for choosing this one, honestly, other than I just kind of liked the pattern and it seemed like it would work for travel. I don't know why. I do pause here a bit and I dry this a little bit so that I can go ahead and continue on down the page. So I did use my heat gun for a bit to dry that off. When I was off camera before, I went ahead and, as you can see there, I did layer up my pages. I used a diagonal stripe for the back. I gutted that diagonal stripe and I'm going to use a bit of it to map my photos in a few. And then I put kind of like this paper, it's a black background with all different colors of plus signs all over it for my main background page. I really wanted something that kind of read as a solid, but wasn't. And so I thought this one worked really well. That black page worked really well. So I finished with all of the stencil work and I dried it mostly. And now I'm coming in with that same stencil butter. I just watered it down and I'm going ahead and just doing some splatters. I did that on both sides. And now I'm coming in with some shimmers in I Love You Onyxly, as I held up right there. And I'm going to go over this with some black splatters. So the reason I did that is I felt like the orange was just a little bit bold for the orange that's in the collection. So I thought this would darken it up just a little bit. And I think it did succeed in what I wanted it to do. So once I pull it back up, I set it aside to dry for a bit while I work on some other elements of the page. And once I pull it back up, I think you can kind of tell that it helped to darken that a bit. So on the bottom of the sketch, I showed like strips of paper or just layers down on the bottom. When I got this kit for Here and There, it had like 4 or 5 different washies. I think I see 4 right there, but I think I have 5 in total. And I thought that would be a good way. I'm really bad at using up washi, like really, really bad at using up washi. So I thought this would be a good way to incorporate that washi in there and use a little bit of it up so I'm not wasting it. I love washi. I think it's great. I just don't ever think to use it. So when I got this kit, I thought it would be perfect for this sketch because I could incorporate it there on that bottom. And I also used the piece of washi that kind of has those blocks of colors. I used that alongside of the stamps strip that goes on my page. I think you'll see that in a minute. I'm not sure if I did that or not already. If I didn't, I'll be showing you in a minute. And then if not, then there, I've told you that I used it again along there just to form some separation. So in the kit, they also had, I got a bunch of the frames, and I loved these frames that looked like these tags together. I'm not going to put the pictures underneath the tags. I'm just going to mat them on those two papers, the one that had the map with orange in the background, and then the center part of the diagonal stripe that I use for the outside of the layout. I went ahead and did that off camera. Just this video was getting very, very long, so I cut out some things. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put those photos on top of the frames. So I'll show them here in just a second once I get them ready to put on the page. And then you'll see how I just kind of put them on top instead of put them behind the frame and used it as an actual frame. They're kind of just like big tags now. So I'm going to go ahead and put my main stripe down the center. I do realize that it's not really proportional, and I was kind of frustrated with that. But when I put the stripes on the bottom, you just really can't tell anyway. So I think it's fine. It works out. So I went ahead and I put some tape adhesive, and I also put some wet glue because I was putting it on top of mixed media. And the wet glue just holds a lot better to the mixed media. So I made sure I put some of that on too. Here I am putting that block washi on the side, on the edge here of that, you know, the strip of paper. I showed in the sketch, you know, it had multiple layers there on this strip. So I figured, let's use up some more washi. So I went ahead and put the washi on there to kind of achieve that look. And there is the piece I made with all the other washi tape. I already had some regular tape on the back, double-sided tape, and now I put some glue as well because it is going over mixed media. So there is the base of the layout. There is the base of, yeah, the page that I made with the sketch. And here you can see how I just kind of matted my photos, and then I laid those on top of the tag frames, and I think they look really cute. It gives them some dimension. They stand out from the page. I've used up a few of the frames, which I struggle to use. So you've seen me in a couple of layouts now. If you've been watching, you've seen me use as many of those frames as I can because I have so many of them because I just don't ever think about using them. And they're really cute. So I just need to make sure that I think about them and pull them out and use them in different ways. I pulled that word travel out of the chipboard, and then this sticker, I love it. It says here and there. So my title is actually travel here and there. And I saw that luggage tag and I thought that would be really cute as my subtitle. So I went ahead and I adhered that down hanging from the word travel. And I love how it turned out. This is just some hemp twine that I have in my stash, and I'm just going to use it to thread through the tags. I'm going to cut away once I start to glue this down because it's a little tedious to watch and it wasn't wanting to stay, so I had to fiddle with it quite a bit. The glue has since dried. I know you can see it right there on the video. You can see the white spots, but it is dried now and you don't see anything at all. So don't be afraid to use that glue because it will dry clear. All right, so now I am going through the sticker book, and I don't know if you've ever used the sticker book stickers from Simple Stories, but they are quite thin. They're almost like washi thin. And so what I do with all of these, I cut away because you don't need to see it, but you can see that piece of white cardstock there is when I find a sticker that I like, and all of these are stickers that I'm putting on there right now from the sticker book. I just stick them on a piece of white cardstock and then I cut them out. I don't like to do double work like that most of the time, but these stickers, like I said, are just so thin that it's really hard to especially use them with dimension unless you put them on something a little more firm. So you can just always put them on a piece of cardstock, cut them out, and then you can layer them up on your page. So I have that, and I put a little ticket that says road trip, and it's got a cute little car on it. I also did 2 arrows that say seeing the world and exploring it all down there on the bottom of the very right hand side photo. I am working right now, I believe on, oh, I forgot to cut this part out. I thought I did, but you can see what I mean about putting that sticker on some white cardstock and then cutting it out. I'm kind of off camera, but I'm cutting around the little tab on the side. I'm going to put a little, like a tab with a piece of, it looks like washi tape on the top, and I'm going to put that alongside right there on the edge of that left-hand side photo. And I didn't show it on here, but I wrote some journaling on that. I wrote exploring Route 66 in Arizona. You won't see that because I did it after I took my pictures, but that is what I put on that little tab. I found that little car on the sticker sheet, and I thought it looked really cool up there because it looks like kind of a road. And so I thought that would look really cool up along the little orange mixed media. Right now I am putting some adhesive brads on my page. I put one on the very right hand side. It says I love to travel. And then the other one up by the geotag, it says here and there. And then this part I love so much. It's one of those little door hangers that you put on the outside of your hotel room that says, please do not disturb. And I thought it looked really, really cute hanging there. You'll see it up close in just a second. It says, please do not disturb, I'm on vacation. And I loved that. I thought it was adorable. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please make sure you click on the playlist so that you can go and see what everybody else has done with this. I'm very excited since I designed this sketch to see what everyone else has done with it. So I'm hoping you gain some inspiration here, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.